Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum and welcome everyone. Thank you for joining us for today's webinar. My name is Azlan Muharram from Polytechnic Malacca. On behalf of the Organizing Committee of Asia International Innovation Exhibition 2021, ANX 2021, organizing by Connecting Asia with University Kuala Lumpur and co-organized by the Association of Professional Researchers and Academicians, APRA, and the Reader's Insight Publisher, I would like to welcome all to my webinar session titled Automatic Batik Effluent Treatment System, in short, Autobets. Due to the COVID-19 pandemic situation all around the globe, we have changed our exhibition methods to online exhibition for all international and local participants. This is to ensure the safety and the health of the delegates while minimizing the impact of the COVID-19. It is great that we all meet today to share the topic Automatic Batik Effluent Treatment System, Autobets. I will try to make it as clear and understandable as possible for you. Let's get started. In short, we call it Autobet. What is Autobet all about? Autobet using the PLC Siemens RC230 logo as an automation system and the basic IoT device and controller with a very little input for human operators to support the Industry 4.0, and I will use the name Autobets during my sharing session till the end. Before we go further for this sharing session, I'm pleased to introduce the members of innovation teams who together strive to complete the innovation all the way to the finish line. Starting from left, Mr. Muhammad Fitri Abdul Rashid. In the second one, Mr. Nur Khairi Muhammad Ali, followed by Mr. Zuraidi Muhammad Tahir, Mr. Farul Rafiq bin Ramli, and lastly me, Azlan Muharram. Okay, this is the content that I will share for you today. Firstly, about the product description, explain briefly the overview of the innovation, and the second one, the problem statement, issue related with the batik effluent in Malaysia, and the one is the product functionality, more to the method have been selected to conducting the innovation. And the fourth one is result and analysis, share the finding obtained from the laboratory test regarding the parameters tested and the saving that occur by using this developed innovation. And lastly, the novelty and the inventiveness. We share the advantages that come from the innovation that are developed to community and society. Okay, this is the product description. A description of the innovation developed involving PLC and the basic IoT. Autobet consists of wastewater reservoir. In the first stage, filtration, ventilation tank, water pH control, and the second stage filtration with wax trapping and the two-level filtering with the activated carbon. Before being released into drainage, this system run automatically with all control function performed by the PLC embedded with the GSM module to trigger the owner with the SMS if the system trip during the running process. Okay, as we can see at the right side, the upper right side, you have the picture. That's the overview of the system that already installed at the Northern Batik. Okay, the preamble about this product. How we start? Okay, one of the best known textile industry in Malaysia is the batik industry. We all know. The industry widely expands when batik is considered a national art form. This is also an important source of employment and locally generated income and revenue. This industry is usually operated in small scale by workshops and factories throughout the country, especially in Terengganu and Kelantan, without well-monitoring waste disposal system. But in batik creation is still quite incomplete and unsuitable because of large amount of waste discharge that causes a global warming. Imagine when batik become one of the important commodities in Malaysia. Batik was recognized globally, but we fail to take care of our own environment. Because of that, the automation of the water treatment plant including Batik industry have already been developed and widely used in Malaysia. Majority of them, especially in the small and medium scale Batik, are still using the manual automation system, conventional method. Unfortunately, using manual automation system is time consuming, especially when human supervision are required during a long cycle of returning Batik effluent. Plus, the safety of the human, of the worker to manage to deal with the acid. This is the safety issue, the safety issue and hazard. Okay, go with the problem statement. This is the issue related with this innovation. Today, a large proposition of environment issue in Batik industry are related to the use and the discharge of the water, which include residual dye stuff, toxicity, color waste, heavy metal contamination, and other environmental issue. This is the first issue, wastewater. Wastewater generate huge amount of hazardous wastewater. And the second one is about the duration. The duration for one cycle of the system to treat the Batik liquid effluent and the waste discharge approximately 4 hours. Minimum 4 hours. Apart from that, Kraftangan Malaysia, for example, has produced a system called SREB SRAP as treatment to large amount of waste discharge water in Batik industry. But the system is operate manually and need one or more person in charge to operate the system. The duration for one cycle of the system using the manual and conventional to treat the Batik liquid effluent and the wastewater discharge approximately 4 hours. 4 hours. It's an issue about the duration. Therefore, as a solution to treat the Batik liquid effluent manually and to reduce the person in charge of the operation, we need to redesign the automated system that based on the existing system but upgrade to operate automatically and embedded with the IoT technology currently. This is the main issue, that we try to overcome. Okay, you can see the manual automation in Batik effluent treatment system. In your right side, you can see the manual with the one worker. They have 3 tanks and the one worker to conduct the process before discharge the effluent to the open water. And the right side, you can see the semi-auto with one worker. This is from the Kraftangan Malaysia Sistem Rawatan Effluent Batik SRAP. But this is still manual that they have to worker to control the control panel to start and to stop. They have one worker to monitor till the end of the process. So the weaknesses, the disadvantages of this SRAP. Okay, this is the basically process, manually process to treatment the effluent of Batik. First thing, they have the reservoir. Effluent Batik water are stored in the reservoir tank and supposedly. And the second one is ventilation. Ventilation process takes about 2 hours, minimum 2 hours. Why 2 hours? I will explain later. Why 2 hours? They have the reason why 2 hours. And following with neutralize, we have to titrate using dosing pump. If manually, you have to have one worker to put the acid inside the tank, and you have to monitor manually using pH meter. And lastly, you have to use the tank activated with the carbon, the one tank with the activated carbon, and it consists of one water pump. And lastly, you have to discharge the water to open. But in short, I have to summarize the three key processes for treating Batik. First thing is ventilation process, and the second one is neutralizing the effluent solution of Batik process, and three, trapping Batik effluent using active carbon process. This is 3 main part of the treatment the Batik effluents. They have this of one water pump. Okay, this is the product functionality. What is all about the product functionality? As you can see at the slide, you can see they have the number from number 1, starting from number 1 and with the number 8. Okay, the overall design and the process consists of reservoir tank, They have reservoir tank with the sensor. They have ventilation and neutral tank with sensors. They have also a wet filter with 3-layer filtration. The first layer with they have the sand, stone, and so on, and the 2-level activated carbon. They have 2-level activated carbon. To enable the whole Batik effluent automation system, okay, you have to push the button start to on the system. Once the system is already on, the water pump 1 will operate in the automatic mode. When the ventilation tank is full, the blower automatically will on and the water pump 1 will stop automatically because they have sensor inside the tank. When the ventilation tank is full, the blower is turned on automatically and the blower processes will be operated around 2 hours 15 minutes. In order to lower the level of BOD, we call it BOD, biological oxygen demand, and the COD, the chemical oxygen demand. The main purpose to lower the level of BOD and COD because of to ensure the sludge and the particle can be decomposed. Once the BOD and COD lower level, at the lower level, the dosing pump automatically will turn on to titrate the sulfuric acid. The sulfuric acid will titrate using the dosing pump until ready approach around pH 6 to 9, referring to DOE 1974. Once the pH value drop to the neutral and the permissible level, the water will pump out automatically using pump 2 to the tank containing activated carbon for filtering the color before it goes to the public drainage. This is the final stage to wet filtering and to level activated carbon. This is about the product functionality all about. Okay, when we see at the slide, this is the overview of the input and output process. The input consists of the push button, float sensor 1, float sensor 2, pH mini controller, and the pH electrode. This is the input part. And the output part, we have 2 water pump, 1 blower, and 1 dosing pump. Okay, all this process is governed by the PLC function to process the input and give to respond to the output. Apart from that, they have precaution mechanism. A precaution mechanism by tripping monitoring mechanism for the main power supply trip or failure is designed by using GSM module embedded with the Arduino Uno board to ensure user get immediate information of the failure. Switch on, you can go to anywhere. But how do you know the system will interrupted with the blackout and so on? We try to overcome that issue by using the IoT devices. Okay, the GSM module alert the trip of the system is placed at the bottom inside the control box. This is the GSM module. I show you, this is the GSM module. The red blinking is notified that the system is running. We can see this is the result analysis. This is the actual result we share for you before and after. From the water sample before and after treatment, we send the water sample to the laboratory to see the reading for pH, COD, and BOD. Okay, we can see here you have the pH value, BOD, and COD. This is before and after. Okay, we can based on the result. Okay, based on the result, we can see this is very clear compared to the previous one. We can see before the pH value is around 11.2. 11.2. Based on the result from the laboratory test, show the reading of pH value from 11.2 drop to 8.4. Is within the range, within the limit. For the BOD, from 157.1 drop to 12. From 157.1 to 12. This is very far from the before treatment. And lastly, for the COD, before this we get 402.8, and after treatment it's dropped to 38.4 within the limit. Limit refer to the Environment Quality Act 1974, Standard B. This is the result we get from the treatment. Okay, we share with you the comparison between manual automation and the automatic automation using PLC, using Autobet. Okay, based on the manual and or conventional automation, it is found that the time consumed to treat the Batik effluent about 4 hours. 4 hours, the time consumed to treat Batik using Autobet only take around 3 hours per cycle. Therefore, it can be concluded that the time consumed to treat the Batik effluent using Autobets automation is faster compared to the manual automation. In terms of power usage, you can see in terms of power usage, by using automatic automation is more cost effective, 306.06 ringgit compared to RM 407.76 per year using manual automation. In addition, by using manual automation, there is worker wages commitment needs to pay. A total of Ringgit Malaysia 18k to pay salary per year. Compare using automatic system that only require 3k for installation of the control panel board. Comparing the overall annually cost, we can conclude that company can save around 15,000 per year by using automatic automation for Batik effluent system. This is the significant finding of our innovation. When we try to deal with the novelty and inventiveness, we can conclude that these innovations, fully automatic control by PLC and embedded with the GSM module, the system only takes about 3 hours per cycle. If the system fails during the process, SMS will send to the owner directly and easy to maintain and operate. This is the novelty and the inventiveness of the innovation. Okay, when we discuss about the usefulness of these Autobets, firstly and the first and foremost we have to bear in mind is reduce the cost of worker and time consuming to fulfill the cycle, and at the same time you have to comply the result with the Environment Quality Act 1974 Standard B. This is the usefulness of the system. How about the commercialization and the market potential? For sure, this is applied green batik concept, do it yourself DIY, do it yourself concept installation depending on site capability, integrated with the basic IoT in conjunction with the Industry 4.0. For now, we have managed to register copyright at my pool to protect all ideas and documents produced for these Autobets. Okay, I just want to share with you all. This is some memories related with the road to end up the Autobets. I will share the pictures, a memory, the love and the grief throughout the completion of the project. This is the picture during installation, the picture during installation, during handover, and lastly for the pencipta. This is the achievement of our Autobet. The highest achievement of Autobet was by winning a gold medal during Pencipta 2017. This is what we call is the beauty memory of our team. This is our overall. Autobets has been able to reduce the effect of environment pollution by treating Batik effluent before being released. Additionally, this system have saved costs in terms of human labor use as well as reduce risk when handling chemical harmful. This is a very the critical part is about the safety. Additionally, the system save costs and this, at the same time of human labor use as well as to reduce risk when handling chemical harmful. This is what we try to overcome using human interact with the hazard acid and chemical. When jump to conclusion, we know we try to improvise extension and improve method from manually automation system to automatic automation system for Batik effluent system. And the second one, we try to reduce the effect of environment, able to reduce the effect environment pollution by treating the Batik before being released, the water being released to the open water. Automated, no additional worker required because the system operate with the automatic control, and in the event we strip SMS will send to the company. And the lastly, but this is the very important thing, because additionally the system save cost, one thing in terms of human labor, but one thing about the safety of the human to interact with the chemical harmful. Okay, that's all from my sharing about the Autobets. Ladies and gentlemen, finally we come to the end of the presentation. Hopefully the presentation will be beneficial for everybody. Don't forget to like, subscribe our Facebook page at INEX 2021, and don't forget, please come and join us for INEX 2021. Don't miss out the chance to win 48 prizes and cash award up to 15,000 ringgit Malaysia. We also provide publication opportunity if you are interested. All the further information details of the event can be found on our website www.inex.org. Thank you, that's all. Thank you, that's all. Assalamualaikum.